But so tired.
Oh, I'm definitely tired. I took a nap.
So I took a pre-podcast nap. Just trying to make sure she's locked in.
I've been cleaning a lot. Leave me alone.
I think we're at this. I think this is episode 71.
Lord.
Woo.
I did a lot today.
You did. You always do a lot on broad days. All right, let's see what we got here. Sweetwater Brewing Company. This says Atlanta, Georgia. This is a dank double hazy IPA.
Dank double. What does that mean?
They don't know. They're just like, let's put that on there.
G13.
9% alcohol, so it's probably gross.
This is the last of the 6-pack I bought. 3 of the 6-pack I bought was a Raging Blonde, two Buzzing Bees and a Raging Blonde, because I drink those.
The color looks
You can't beat the price of it when you get them at Fresh Market.
Sure. You gotta get like a little. I'm sorry, I knocked all your stuff down. I'm just trying to keep you locked in here. This one doesn't look bad. It's kind of a golden color. I like that. It's better than them cloudy beers that look like milk. Yours is all cloudy. I didn't do
Yeah, you didn't.
Pour on yours.
You gave me head. You just figure my beer. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get it to settle.
So inappropriate.
All right. Taste it.
Cheers.
That's not bad. It's got that IPA taste to it, but it's not as bad as like whatever it was we drank last week was a horrific beer. It tasted like
the Unholy.
That kind of has like it's like a sweet aftertaste kind of.
Yeah.
Almost like fruit or something kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got like a like citrusy taste to it kind of.
Yeah.
Well, it's not bad. G13.
I definitely haven't seen that in a 6-pack at Publix or anything.
That's not bad. I can deal with that. I don't know if I'd drink multiple ones, but
what if we had everybody do a beer tasting at Thanksgiving?
What, like the people, our family?
Yeah.
None of them drink beer. Oh. That's the weird thing is the fact that like Sam's parents and my parents don't really drink. And we're both like, yeah, let's drink a lot of beer. We're going to drink all the beers.
Like, they won't even drink Miller Lite with us.
Which is fun. My mom's like, and my parents talk about how when they were young, they used to drink. But
my parents used to drink when they were young.
When I was a kid, like my dad would drink like a beer at dinner sometimes. Like, you know, I'm just like, and that was it for the night. Just had one beer at dinner. And I'm like, what's, okay.
I don't know if I've ever talked about this before, but my parents had a bottle of tequila that had the worm in it. You remember that? But they had one that they actually hid in the cabinet under the sink with the cleaning stuff. My mom used to put it.
It's not good. I don't like it. I retract my previous statements.
Can you even buy the tequila with the worm in it anymore?
I don't think that's a thing. I've never even seen one.
Really? Pretty sure it had a worm in it. Maybe because it was under the sink, it had a worm in it.
Never mind. I retract that first little baby sip I had was, yeah, that's not, sorry, Sweetwater Brewing Company. Do better. Make light beers.
I'm definitely going to burp.
Or an American lager.
Oh.
Probably tainted by Miller Lite with that. Palate cleanser here. The Miller Lite tastes funny. Ugh. Like I need some gum or something. God. You're not picking beers anymore. I at least find some that are decent. Whew. So that one. Ugh. All right.
What are we talking about tonight? Because I have nothing.
I have an update on the guy we talked about last week. It's not human. When he was screaming about his truck.
Okay.
Yeah. So somebody on our YouTube commented, and I don't know the page let me find it here. Oh no, so much music.
Fortnite videos.
The page, Bodie's had my phone. He's jamming out. He said it's, this is Tyler Long, 8234. He said it's Carolina Case Files. I guess that's the name of the podcast. They did an interview. Because we were talking about it in the podcast. I said, I wonder if anyone's talked to this guy. If you haven't watched, or didn't watch last week, we did it's a 911 call where a guy was basically screaming something, jumped to the back of his truck. Go listen to it. We played the audio from the 911 call. But we were talking about it. I said, I wonder if anyone's talked to the guy since then. So it's up to you. I can play it. It's kind of long, but we can kind of get the gist of it. I recorded it just to get the audio from it. But I thought the beginning of this was interesting. I'll hold it up here to the mic. Hold on.
Well, I haven't heard it.
It looks like there's I'd say probably a 30-something-year-old man standing in that ditch wearing what looks like an old Civil War uniform, just covered head to toe in blood. And the uniform was torn as well. That threw me off because I didn't expect to see it at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'm calling 911 after I see him to report that because, for all I know, it could have just been a normal guy that was injured and needed emergency help. It looked like what had happened is he hit his head on something, okay, and the blood was just pooling down over his face and torso. Okay. And well, as I was calling.
So then he talks about the crash, but I want to skip ahead to the part where he talks because he didn't describe what it looked like, and that's the part.
No, he said in the original thing that I tagged you in, well, like someone was bleeding, someone was injured.
Well, but the thing that jumped in his truck, he didn't talk about that. So let me skip ahead and see if I can find it. I'm gonna just
quick phone call to 911.
I'm gonna jump ahead.
Trying to see what he could see. It had shallow, sunken eyes.
Yeah, let me go back just a little bit
It
here.
had right up against my rear windshield.
Hang on,
Like
sorry.
it was white, like snow white face, right up against my rear windshield. Like it was looking into my truck, trying to see what it could see. It had shallow, sunken eyes. It had no nose. Just think if you took skin and put it on a human skull and stretched it thin.
Scariest thing imaginable.
8 years, just
Basically.
that. And immediately, I just started screaming. I didn't realize until.
Yeah, and that he just talks about like stopping the car or whatever, but he didn't give that description. So he said basically like a skull that had like skin, like but there's no eyes or no nose.
So
or
it goes.
He said it was white. So we talked about this last week. Aliens don't typically chase people or jump like aliens, like in the whole.
They don't typically attack people.
No. I mean, the whole theory, and this is something like Rogan's talked about before and stuff. Like a lot of people think that aliens are just us in the future that are like time traveling back or something. Like that's a potential thing.
Yeah.
But they're not typically like a grab you or like they use like telepathy or whatever to incapacitate you so that you can't run or you can't move and then they abduct you or whatever.
Okay.
Have you not heard that before?
Yeah.
Like some people say where they've been abducted from their homes and stuff, where they'll say like they saw it and they couldn't
always
move.
say they've been probed.
I don't know when that got started. A lot of the newer stuff I've listened to, the probing thing has gone away.
Yeah.
I don't people don't talk about that as much. I don't know if it's like I don't know where that came from, but
Wait, do I need to get my aluminum foil hat?
tinfoil, yeah. But it seems more like a skinwalker or a ghost or something like that.
So when you say skinwalker, what do you call a skin? Like
The skinwalkers are what they say can they call them shapeshifters, and it's a big thing. I saw one of the comments on something related to it, and a woman replied and said that they had seen stuff like that on her reservation. There's a lot of stuff, like it was a Native American, obviously, that lives on the reservation, but a lot of them talk about, like, a skinwalker is something that goes back, and you haven't watched Skinwalker Ranch, that show, but they won't even say the word skinwalker because they think it invites it to, like, come find you or something.
The people on the reservation?
Yeah, like Native Americans are like real funny about it.
Well,
people, some of them will.
Like,
there's been some of them that'll say it, but it's like a long, like hundreds of years old story that they have passed down and stuff about these things.
Well, because a lot of people on the reservation believe in, like, their ghosts, like their.
Well, this is supposed to be something different, but she replied back to me on whatever page it was. It was something on Instagram where I commented and I said, I forget what she said, but she was talking about it, and I said, she said something about a story about, when they had seen him on her reservation, or it sounded like something they had seen. And I said, is that a did they call it a skinwalker? And she said they called it a witch. So they have like different versions of like different entities and stuff like that. But skinwalkers are supposed to be able to like shapeshift into other animals and stuff like that. Like where people will say they've turned into like a wolf or something.
Oh. See, when I hear skinwalker, I think of like a zombie, like a goat.
No, it's like they call it like a shapeshifter. Like they could change into other stuff. So that's where like that story made me think that, because he was saying it was it looked like a Civil War person that was bleeding or whatever.
And in the Carolinas, that would be very true.
And then, because there was somebody said that's in an area with a lot of Civil War battles. Of course, if the whole story's fake, then he's feeding into that, knowing that. But was it a skinwalker trying to get him to stop the car? Because, it would think it was a hurt person or something like that. And he kept driving. Oh. And then it caught up to him. So, I don't know. I think the phone call is a little bit... It seems staged. And I was thinking about this today when I was looking at some of this and recording it.
I don't go out at night.
There's a lot of... When there's too much detail, it almost seems fake.
Yeah.
There's a lot of murder stories and stuff where, I hate to say this, but it's usually when it's the husband, he gives too much information. He's like, yeah, it was like, I don't know, like 8:37 when I left the house.
8:37.
Yeah, it's always like like around 8:30 is what you would say there.
Our youngest calls me on it when the clock says like 8:25, and he's like, all right, it's 8:30. He looks at his watch and goes, it's 8:25.
but that's kind of what you would say. They're like, yeah, it was around like, I don't know, like 8:37. I got in my car, and I remember when I backed out, I dropped my phone, and then I picked my phone up and I put it here, and then I back. And it's like, that's way too much fucking detail. You're talking about your wife being died. Why are you recounting all of this very specific information right when it happened? Like none of this has like any pertinent information. This isn't going to help them catch the killer, that you dropped your phone or that you whatever. And when he was talking about, he said, so I was driving and I flipped on the cab light, and then I looked in the back, and then I saw it, and that was when I said that, and then I hit the brakes, and it was just, there was a lot of information in the call. And if you haven't watched it, listen to last week's, because we played the recording. I don't know. It could be legit. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I would react if that happened to me, what I would sound like, but it just sounded, it sounded, on the 911 call, he seemed to be very calm other than his, that's not human, that's not human. And I don't know. The video that I just played, again, I try to give him credit. It was Carolina Crime Files on YouTube. It shows the back of his head. So
he's not trying to be seen.
That's another piece that usually when they're trying to get interviewed and be on TV and all that, then it's like, well, they're trying to get a book deal or be on podcast or whatever.
He's not trying.
I don't think his name's been released or anything like that. So,
he's not trying to be famous for his 911 call.
But then again, if the story continues to grow, he may be trying to drive up his price to get on the show. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. I hate to say that if I saw an alien or a Bigfoot or whatever, that people wouldn't believe you. You're like, yeah, I saw. Like you could have a UFO land in your backyard. Yeah. So I was letting the dog out, and a UFO literally came down, and two beings got out and walked across my yard, and I waved at them, and they got back in the UFO and took off. People would be like, okay, what if it actually happened though?
Just be clear.
And you could tell that exact story, and people would think you're like out of your mind.
Just be clear. If we let our dog out, we're not going out there with him.
I'm just like, get outside, go outside, go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom.
Like, we're not walking outside.
But when he's barking, I'm like, well, there's a skinwalker in the backyard. I must retrieve him.
But he doesn't
And
bark.
then he's just by the back door like, hey man, you let me in, I'm kind of tired, need to go to sleep.
Our dog does not bark. Unless...
But he does, like, sometimes...
Unless the neighbor 2 doors down.
Like, every once in a while, I hear him out there barking, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a werewolf.
Our dog doesn't bark at the neighbors directly beside us. He barks at the neighbor that's 2 doors down from us.
Yeah. If somebody comes down our street...
At 9 in the morning.
They're like a lady in a stroller is walking her baby down the street.
And
like, I'm like, shut up. I like look out there and I'm like, yeah, calm down. Okay, I don't think the infant and the mother are about to attack our home.
Half the time he doesn't even bark at the Amazon guy.
Oh, he does it all the time when I'm here by myself working. You'll just be quiet. I'm typing, working on the computer, and all of a sudden, it just scares the hell out of me.
We had an Amazon driver that I think we had for like 2 years. Like, it was the same guy, because every time he come up, he goes, "Oh, hey guys," like I would like.
Do the same route, yeah.
I was the same route. I haven't seen him.
God, why is it so loud?
I haven't seen him yet this year.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a seasonal. I don't know, but. Well, no, because I saw him during the summer.
Nobody knows.
We'd be out there playing, and he'd come up, and I'm like, "Oh, don't worry about the dog." He goes, "Oh, I know." And hand me my packages. Like, I miss that guy. He was cool.
All right, I got to pull this up. This guy was on Joe Rogan. Switching topics now.
Oh, okay.
I would like for you to watch this one. I know.
Joe.
I know.
I'm sorry. Like, you told me, what was it? Was it Monday this week? I was like, what should I listen to? Oh, no. I told you screwed up my algorithm. That's what it was. My algorithm on Instagram this week was horrific.
All right. So here's what it is. So when I watch YouTube videos, I told Sam what it is.
But why does it trigger to my phone?
Okay, so when we post...
Oh, because we post on my phone.
A lot of times I post videos from your phone. So your YouTube app...
But I don't watch YouTube.
But I know, and that's what's weird, is the YouTube app will mess up your Instagram algorithm. And they're not supposed to be connected. So that's what's weird is if... A lot of times if I go on, I'll watch, and we don't talk about this because it has nothing to do with our podcast, but I watch a lot of like cop chase videos and like shootouts and stuff because I just think I'm like, oh, they're going to get him, and it'll be like a high-speed chase and they have a shootout or whatever. So Sam texted me the other day,
it was
and
like
she's like, why is my whole Instagram feed cop shootouts? And
it was cop shootouts, women being abducted.
I was like... I said, hey, but I don't have access to your Instagram, your personal Instagram, and we don't even post anything
because
on the podcast
my private Instagram.
So, but I said it's weird that your phone. I think your phone picks it up from the stuff you watch on YouTube somehow. It's kind of like the whole.
But we don't use my phone to watch YouTube.
I think the phones are always listening. To be honest with you,
It's got to be because
and it picks it up. So I don't know. I told her, I said, sometimes like at night, like she'll be falling asleep or asleep, and I'm just scrolling on my phone, and I'll watch 2 or 3, and it sucks you down the rabbit hole, and then you watch 20 of them. But I said, like, her phone hears me listening to them and starts playing them. It's kind of creepy.
It was ridiculous this week. Like,
and then but see, the problem is now that you watch, so Sam starts sending them to me. And I'm like, once you start watching them, you're screwed. Your algorithm, you have to do like an algorithm cleanse where you like search up like puppies and like
where are my funny
sea lions?
Where are my funny dog and otter and tiger?
You have to watch
videos.
A bunch of those to cleanse your algorithm.
Like
now.
there weren't even
because I've got dirty all over your algorithm now. I got just
but it just happened
dirty
this week.
Stuff.
It just happened this week.
You're welcome. But you liked him. You were sending him to me like, oh my god, look, this guy got shot. And I'm like, yeah.
I was like,
that's what happens. He should have ran. He should have just put his hands up. I don't know why I ran.
I was like, this cop just unloaded 3 clips.
Dude, just let him loose.
But what was also very disturbing for me is the majority of what I watched this week were about girls who went missing. So what have you been searching in your phone?
So that's the only thing I don't listen to these here, but like when I listen to like the what's the Crime Junkies is the podcast I listen to on Spotify, and it's a lot of like murder stuff like that and missing people and stuff like that. But your phone wouldn't know that I'm listening to those. I just don't work. I don't listen to those at home.
And I can't because we're using my phone.
Slide this back because you're sitting forward.
We're using my phone, but there's a girl and I really like her. God, I can't think of what her name is because I don't look at the name. I just listen to it. But she's very pretty. She has a nose ring. I can't think of what her thing is. I sent one to you. She's on Instagram, and I watched it, and I get commercials, which when I'm working, I'm okay with the 5-second commercials or whatever it is. But I keep listening to her talking about these missing wives is what it is. It's like the wife was, there in the morning, and then she was gone, or whatever.
Send me these. I like these.
I did. I sent you one.
I have to find it. I'm behind a couple of days on Reels. I'm sorry. But... There's so many during the week.
But her podcast sucks me in. And I'm not even listening to a podcast. I'm listening to her Instagram.
Well, those are too short. So that's the
thing. That's where I have ADD. I can't listen to the Spotify ones where here we're welcoming in. We're doing this. And we're going to talk about...
Well, I skip all that.
Most of them go through this whole long thing, and within 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm going back to Instagram.
Most of them you can skip. Like the Crime Junkie ones, they get into it pretty quick. You can skip.
I listened to Crime Junkie. I couldn't get into it.
Usually, they start off with saying this happened, whatever. If they're talking about like other stuff, but they jump into it pretty quick. And
3.5 minutes. I know exactly what it was. It was 3.5 minutes. I couldn't get into it. I was like, never mind.
Okay. Well, here's my thing. I want to get off of this because we're just rambling about podcasts. But it's hard to listen to a podcast if you're... I struggle to listen to podcasts if I'm not doing something. Like, I have to be working. I've tried to listen to podcasts at home before.
I'm working.
But that's what I'm saying. But like if I'm working and actively doing something, I can listen to it. But if I'm kind of bored at work, I can't sit there. Like sometimes we run out of work and I don't have anything to do, and I'm just sitting there. I struggle to listen to it. I can't focus on it. But I can do it if I'm working, which is weird.
I'm pretty sure everybody walks around my office with their little earpods in, listening to them. Because I'm like, hey, what's up? And they're like,
yeah,
hold on. And they like tap their ear. I'm like, what?
All right. I want to talk about this. I listened to this podcast, I don't know, a few weeks ago, but it's the Joe Rogan, it's How Put Off. Okay? So I looked this up just so to clarify who he is. This birthday can't be right because this says he's born in 1936, which would make him. I mean, I guess he's just. I mean, that would make him 90.
Is that who you saw? Did he look 90 on the podcast or on the Joe Rogan show?
No. So, but I mean, that's what it says. He's an American electrical engineer and parapsychologist known for his work in laser physics, remote viewing research, and theories on zero-point energy. So this guy's not like a.
You sure you found him?
Yeah, that's him.
1936. And you say he doesn't look 90?
I'll show you the video.
Yeah, sure.
As I play it here. But this they were talking about crashed UFO retrievals. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to listen to this, but I want to look at some. I want to show you this, but I want to look it up. I missed this point when I was listening to the Joe Rogan thing. I'm like, how? My biggest question is, how does he know all this? Did he work on these projects or what? But this is the clip.
90-something years.
Do you estimate how many of these crashed crafts do you estimate there are that human beings have recovered?
He's not 90.
More than 10.
More than 10.
More than 10.
How many of them are in possession of people in the United States?
I meant more than 10 in possession of the United States.
What about worldwide?
Worldwide,
Do we have any data on that?
we have data, but it's classified. There's no way to really talk about it.
But so there's more though.
That
You can safely say it's not just the ones in the United States.
Not just the ones in the United States, and these.
Are they equally distributed?
I don't know for sure in terms of data. I mean, we have our best data, of course, on our own retrievals.
But more
It's
than
hard to
10
say.
retrieved in the United States.
More than 10.
So I've heard different stuff about that. So basically, what they're talking about is like Roswell over the years, where they've gone and there's been a crashed craft and they've recovered. What are you about? You seem like you're not on board with this.
He doesn't seem like a solid.
All right, here I'm gonna look it up. What is it? Put off. What's his name? Put off.
Like, what is he to know what it is?
That's what I was when I listened to that. I listened to the podcast, but again, I'm at work. Rule and government. I'm just looking up to see like what how would he know this? That's what I was curious about. So it says he was a government official. Oh, he's not a government official in the sense of being a policymaker elected. Rather, his role in government has been as a contractor, researcher, and advisor, especially on fringe science, intelligence, and aerospace topics.
Then why did Rogan have him on his podcast?
So he was part, that's what it is. He's part of that remote viewing thing. We had talked about that on another episode. So Puthoff co-led the Stargate program, which was funded by the CIA and DIA to research remote viewing. He's the guy that, remember we talked about like the people remote viewing like other planets and they used them to find like down like spy planes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was like, this was 6
70
plus months ago.
70 episodes ago?
Yeah. Not very early, but there was one. There's an episode we did. If you want to search it up, it's about remote. I think I labeled it like remote viewing or something like that. But he was the head guy behind that. It says early in his career, Puthoff worked for NSA, which is a big one. He served in the U.S. Navy and was assigned to NSA during his service. So he's a credible person that would have inside information on stuff like that. So it's almost along the lines of the whistleblower guys that are coming out that are saying, I worked on this, I know of this, whatever. So
So are we going to have an alien attack?
I don't think we're having an alien attack. The interesting thing, like Rogan's brought up multiple times, is he says like he seems to think that it's an interesting theory, but he thinks that they're us from the future, and they're here to stop our destruction, like from a world war or nuclear war,
So
or destroying the planet from whatever. Basically, like, hey, y'all need to chill out. And it's almost, there was somebody else that was on Rogan at one point where he was saying that the crafts were gifted to us. They're not crashed, they're landed. They land them or crash them into our planet so that we can reverse engineering. It's almost like the whole interstellar thing.
Yeah.
Like they're reaching back across to help us so that something bad doesn't happen in the future. You know, like the whole, like the ghost thing,
Yeah.
like where he's coming back and at the end it all unravels and you're like, holy shit, you know.
It's like pushing the books off.
Yeah, like what happened first? How did that happen before that happened? Type of thing. But if they were us from the future, they're sending us advanced technology by crashing a UFO so that we can reverse engineer it. We've talked about this before, but there was such a massive explosion of technology after the 40s, like insane. When you go back to like 40, I think it was 47 where the first one crashed, like the amount of technology that when you look at from 1947 to now is insane.
Yeah.
So go back, so 1947, let's go back from 1947 to 1847. We got cars, you know. I don't even know if they had barely invented like air conditioning back then. I mean, it was in maybe some very rich, like air conditioning was not a widespread thing at that point.
Oh.
We had electricity. I guess we had refrigerators because we had electricity. We had washing machines.
So okay, go back.
But compared to flat
so-
screens, the internet, the internet is basically magic. I'm convinced. Like it doesn't even make sense that there's wireless internet. That seems crazy to me.
Well, let's go back to the moon landing.
Yeah.
We have to have cell towers every.
All right, I can explain the moon landing.
How many feet, yards, whatever you want to call
so
it, miles?
the
You have
moon-
to have a cell, and all of a sudden,
All right, the moon landing. I've heard this discussed a bunch. The phone call to the White House was not actually a phone call; it was a radio communication.
how the hell did we radio that?
All right, so you know how the space shuttle can radio back and forth to Houston?
Yeah.
Hey, we're on the moon. Great, good job, guys. That wasn't a phone call. Like they didn't dial the White House from the moon. Everyone always says, "How do they call him from the moon? How do they have the White House phone number?" They patched in a radio signal to that phone. So he was basically on a fucking walkie-talkie. Everyone acts like, "Oh, it's crazy." Well, no one questions that the shuttle was able to talk to Houston, to NASA. Why are you questioning that they could talk to the White House?
So questioning the video part of it,
What video? What part?
them being on the moon and being able to transpire it back to Earth.
To send it back. My biggest thing with that, which does seem odd,
Plus the flag was standing straight.
the flat. All right, you're giving me too many things at once. Please stop. Don't start talking about Columbus and the pyramids. I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, one thing at a time. The flag had poles in it. You can see there's a pole in the top and the bottom. So the flag is not waving, it's standing. When they put it on the ground,
So they had a pole at the very end of it.
there's a pole.
So there's a pole this way,
Here?
holding where it needs to be,
Yep.
right? And you're saying there's a pole here.
No, there's a pole. All right, so say this is the pole that holds it up.
Yep.
Okay, there's a pole here inside the flag, and there's a pole here inside the flag. So the flag is standing like this. You can see the rod. There's a metal rod inside of it. So that when they put it in, it just naturally stands because there's two metal poles. Because they knew it was in a vacuum. If they had put up, how does this look for America? If we plant a flag and it's just like this, it's just laying down up against the pole. They wanted it to stand up to show America, so they had those poles in there. You can see the
How
poles.
have I never heard that before?
I don't know, because you're, and this is not a bad thing. You're like most people. They go, "How's the flag standing up, bro? How's it standing up?" Well, if you look into it and do some research, you can see. If you look at it, go back and watch the videos. You can see the metal poles in the bottom of the top of the flag.
Because you guys like how we bicker back and forth. Just to be clear, we have been together for 20 odd years, right?
Yeah.
You have never once told me or said or mentioned anything about these extra rods in the flag. Ever. Have you ever?
I didn't know you've never questioned that.
I have questioned the flag.
People question it moving. Well, in a vacuum, if you move something, it doesn't stop moving until there's resistance. Well, there's no resistance in a vacuum. So when he put it in, if he's shaking it, it can wobble a little bit back and forth. The flag isn't blowing like this. There's no wind. It's just vibrating from him pushing it into the ground. What was the other thing you said? The camera thing. We're turning this into a moon episode, which we've already done. We'll be quick. The camera thing. The camera is on the outside of the rover that landed. Mm-hmm. It was on an arm that they could extend and record it. My biggest piece that I don't know the answer to, and I haven't researched this a ton, I don't know how they beamed a television signal back. But you have to assume that if they were able to send a radio signal, could they not send a television signal back? It seems unlikely with the technology that they had that they would have been able to send I get a radio signal, but it seems odd that they were able to send a video live. That I don't know the answer to. I'm sure there is an answer. You can probably, if you Google how did they send back a live stream of the moon landing, the camera is not the issue. The camera could be on like what they said is it was on some kind of arm that came out and filmed him coming down the ladder. How did you get it back to Earth? That I don't know. I haven't looked into that.
Well, how do you explain the guys now saying it'll be great to go to the moon for the first time?
The ones I've heard
to go into orbit for the first time.
We're turning this into a moon episode. I don't want to keep talking about the moon, okay. But there's been some stuff where guys have said, and I don't know if they misspoke or.
You cannot misspeak on that. I'm so sorry. If you're an astronaut and you grow up and want to be an astronaut, you grow up and want to go into orbit and go into space, then you know the ins and outs, and you know that we already went to the moon. So when you're sitting in
I haven't heard anyone
and you say, I can't wait for us to go into orbit for the first time, or I can't wait for us to go into space for the first time, or
they haven't said that.
However they say.
All right, here's the deal. Next week, you find those clips, and we'll watch them.
Well, don't worry, because my algorithm just got fucked up.
Okay. Well, next week, you find those clips and show them, and we'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
If you can find them, because there have been some weird interviews where you're like, what did he just say? Yeah. And I'm not sold. I'm not sold either way.
And it's not just one interview; it's multiple interviews.
I'm not sold either way that we did or we didn't. I don't know, because it all, there's stuff that where I'm like, I don't know, and there one of the big. I don't want to keep talking about them, but one of the big. You're sucking me into this rabbit hole. One of the bigger ones is the rover. How did they get that? Like the car they're driving around on the moon. But I don't think that, if I remember correctly, I don't think that rover was on the first moon landing. The first one, they just literally went down there, collected some rocks, and came back. On a later mission is when they had the actual like dune buggy that they're driving around.
Yeah.
That's the one that people are like, how did they get that in the little rover that comes down? But they've showed pictures. I've seen pictures and stuff online where it folded up, like the wheels fold back up underneath it, and I would love to see a video of them like, well, put it in the rover and show us how they got it down and put it together. Like, I would love to see a video of that, and there may be one out there. I just haven't looked into it enough.
All right, I'm sorry. Your guy you're talking about.
What, the How guy? I mean, that was basically that was the whole clip. He was just basically saying that they have retrieved multiple crafts.
Yeah.
You know.
So
What are the hiccups now?
So I think for Christmas I need a new phone, and we just use that one for recording. That way I can have a phone so I can be like you and can pull up stuff. Because I have stuff I saved, but it's in that.
The biggest thing with this, God, fucking hiccups. Well, then I can't talk.
You may scare you. I'm pregnant. I'm not pregnant, by the way. That was not an announcement. I was just trying to scare him. Don't have the podcast. Well, probably get us all views. But let it go.
Thinking good. I don't know what we were talking about before. I almost blacked out. What are we talking about?
The moon.
No, we're not talking about the moon. Jesus. The camera. The problem that we've run into with the podcast is the software to edit a podcast. I don't know how to work those. So you have to, if you have a standalone camera, you have to record the podcast on that camera, download it to a program on your computer, edit it on that, and then upload it. So before I invest a bunch of money on a camera, I don't even know how to use the software and stuff. It's much easier to do it on Sam's phone. And
So
just
then
upload it
Sam
from
doesn't
there.
have anything to talk about and can't pull up anything that she finds during the week. Because this one,
It'd be cheaper if we got you like an iPad or something that you could look stuff up on,
deal.
and then you could have that over
You want
there.
to
and we just-
you want to buy me an iPad for Christmas?
See, I have the checking and the savings, and then the crypto, and the way the money is invested. I can't pull that money out till we hit the peak, so I can't diversify my funds that way, as Kevin Hart would say. Let me see. I had something.
You have to insert that, by the way.
What, the way I diversify?
Yeah, the Kevin Hart's thing about when he went out drinking,
Oh,
and they're like, "Oh, you paid for this round," and he's like, "No, the way my checking, my savings are set up."
no. The Kevin Hart thing is, he said he went to, I think it was.
They were in Vegas.
No, it was. He went with one of the ones I saw. I think it was with Mekhi Phifer, which I don't think he's that rich, but he said Mekhi, which that's the only guy I know, the guy from 8 Mile. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe, yeah.
But he said my friend of my son's, his friend. He said our kids are the same age. What, I'm gonna take my son to Disney for his birthday.
Oh no, the one I heard, the one he says in his stamp is they're in Vegas or something,
Well,
and they're at a bar.
This is different.
Oh.
But this, he says, and it's part. I think it's part of that whole stand-up. But he says, we're gonna go to Disney, do his birthday there, whatever. And he's like, cool. What time? I'll meet you there. Yeah. So he says, I show up. It's like 8 o'clock, and he says, we're the only people there, and it's just him and his son standing there. And he goes, hey man, what's up? And he's like, yeah, like y'all want to go in? And he's like, where's everybody at? And he goes, oh, I rented out the park for like 8 hours. He goes, And he's like, Kevin Hart's like looking around, and he's like, "There's nobody in there." He's like, "No, we can do whatever we want." And he goes, "Do you want me to help pay for this? Because the way my checking and savings is set up, like," and he goes into that whole skit about it, you know. But
I haven't heard that.
and he's like and he looks and he does his Kevin Hart look. All right, I do have on a less conspiracy note. These are more funny videos. I want to show you, and I'll post these in here. I got to show you this one. I saw this one this week, and it got me.
It got you.
It got me. This girl. I want to show you this. And this is.
You fall down.
She's on a rope swing. Girls, y'all don't need to get on rope swings. Okay? Don't do it. I don't know why when girls. What are you doing? When girls get on rope swings, they either swing off instantly and then forget that they can't hold their body weight and they instantly fall, or they forget entirely how rope swings work. Okay? This one's bad. Okay. Alright, ready?
Oh, she hit a tree branch. Nobody gets stabbed. Let go. I wouldn't let go. Actually, that water looks like sweet
She's
tea.
like, let me push off. Let me push off.
That.
And then falls in like a foot of water from like 10 feet up.
Ooh.
My girl.
Good news is that's swamp water, so the mud was probably very soft.
Why don't you?
But-
why not let go? You're out over the. What are you waiting for?
Why would you swing over that water? That water is sweet tea. When it looks like sweet tea, you don't.
But like right there, let go. What are you waiting? Once you're over the water, you let go. Why are you holding on to it and coming back in?
She's somewhere down south. You shouldn't be swinging over water like that. There's an alligator over there somewhere,
Oh God.
or a moccasin.
I don't understand.
What? Just so we are clear,
just-
we don't swing over water like that.
Transitioning, Sam Dad.
Don't get me started.
All right. One other thing. This.
I spent $500 today.
It's okay. It's okay. I got one other thing here, and this was I thought was interesting. So this is McDonald's. This is just McDonald's. Of course, is playing Pixies. This is McDonald's food prices increase from 2019 end of year to mid 2024. Medium French fry $1.79. Now it's $4.19. McChicken. I mean, most of this doubled.
Why are the fries more expensive?
Big Mac from $3.99 to $7.49. This is,
It's not real meat.
but this is wild. Like, people, I don't understand what happened that caused stuff to double.
Did you see the one? I didn't see it because you never watch them.
But
But-
if you send me something on Thursday, I probably haven't seen it by Friday night. But the weird thing is like the increase in this is just McDonald's, but everything is doubled.
Have y'all seen the girl? She has she posted it. She went to a steakhouse, got a steak, right, and started to cut it. Couldn't cut it. It just fell apart. It was like literally shredding. Like it was mush. It was like.
I don't know about that.
And then she said she got was it worms? I can't think. It's on my phone.
Hey, well, I'm
But
sorry.
she got like worms. I can't say worms. Worms because of the meat. It was like
Well, that's
it
a
was
bad
like-
piece of meat, but
No, and she said someone else had posted that they had it too. I have to go back and find it.
well,
But it was like mush. Like the steak
I don't know what she
ended up
ate.
in like
I'm just trying to figure out. Like, I saw something about Chipotle had posted that I guess, struggling, and
Well, Chipotle had the whole E. coli
but
thing and shut them down.
but
for-
part of what it was is like people are saying like a bowl that used to cost, or a burrito that used to cost $7 or $8 is now like $15.
Yep. I haven't had it.
You know,
I haven't had Chipotle.
and they're like, we're people like Chipotle is struggling. It's like, well, drop your prices. Like for it to be double, if you're gonna spend $18 at lunch, I'm not getting Chipotle. You know,
I haven't had Chipotle.
it's the same thing with Five Guys. I used to eat Five Guys a lot. We used to eat Five Guys burgers all the time, and I had a picture. For some reason, I had saved it. I don't know why, but it was an old receipt, and a burger, like a double bacon cheeseburger at Five Guys, used to be like $7.89 or something,
Yeah.
and now it's $15.
Yep.
And I'm like, so if you get two burgers from Five Guys, you're at $30. And if you split a fry, even though they give you a bag of fries, it's $7. So I'm like, you're at $40 for two burgers and fries? That's wild.
Today at Publix.
Like, what are we? It's fast food, but it's a step above fast food. But $40? I'm like, Jesus! Like,
So-
I'll just go home and cook a burger. I can get a pound of ground beef for $8-9 and some buns. I mean, hell, like.
So today, when I said I spent $500, I actually split it in two when I did the checkout.
Yeah.
I did the Thanksgiving separate from everyday shopping, so I
Yeah.
can see what I was spending.
Yeah.
So everyday shopping was one thing, but when I was looking at the steaks, you said you want to have steaks. We didn't even cook them.
No, we forgot.
Yeah.
Totally forgot.
Typical Friday night. We should never plan to cook on Friday night. So we're having steaks tomorrow night.
Deal.
Anyways, I was standing there trying to find steaks, and a much older lady walked up next to me,
Boomer.
and I was trying to find perfect steaks, which is very hard to do these days because they're full of fat
Calm down.
and they're overpriced because you're weighing the fat. But anyways, the lady next to me, she said, you know, I really would. She's like, it makes it really hard to buy beef anymore because it's too expensive. She's right. She's like, and it's not even good. I said, you're exactly right. It's full of fat. Look, I said, I went through 6 stacks of steaks
Well,
to find something sort of okay for us to eat that wasn't full of fat.
no.
And I know a lot of people like fat in their steaks. We don't really like fat in our steaks.
No.
But even someone else was like, she's like, the prices, she's like, I can't even buy ground beef. She's like, to make a burger, she's like, it's $15 to buy this pack of ground beef. And she's right, it is $15. And I said, it's almost cheaper to just order the food or go somewhere.
Maybe that's what they're trying to get us to do. They're just trying.
And here's the whole thing. Someone else prepares it. Someone else cleans it up.
Well, that's the thing with like Chipotle. It's a lot of rice. Like typically, you get rice and you get like chicken or steak. It's not $18 worth of food or $15 or whatever.
So do you remember?
I haven't ordered Chipotle in so long. The last time I tried to do it, I was
Do
like,
you remember people used to go like double up the protein?
Yeah.
No one doubles up the protein anymore because it's too goddamn expensive. Like
I know,
it's like
I know.
so. I haven't actually thankful for my company, but I actually don't even eat what they give us half the time. But I haven't bought. I haven't had to buy lunch in over a year.
It's expensive. It's a big thing.
And I refuse because even Panera, putting you on the spot, Panera, your salad bowls have become more lettuce than it has the topping.
It's supposed to be a lot of lettuce. It's a salad.
Nope. Like their chicken is literally like that much chicken, and when you add anything else to it, it's very small.
Well, they act like they're giving you this massive piece of, like, they're acting like they're giving you an $8 piece of chicken plus all the other stuff, and it's not. It's half of the chicken and not that much lettuce.
The
and
chicken
it's
is rubbery and it sucks.
like, okay, all
And
right,
it's full of fat.
all right. Well,
Just saying.
and that's what like America's got to do is just quit ordering it. Like you let these businesses go out of business. Like Chipotle may go out of business, which is wild to think. But you've raised your prices so high, it's to the point where like this used to be something people would go get cheap. It was like $8. I can go get a burrito and go back to work and eat it.
Like,
But,
here,
like if I'm gonna spend $17, like shit, I might as well DoorDash something and get something good.
It's Thursday or Friday. You're about to get paid. And you're like, oh, I'm gonna eat out lunch. And you're like, do I really want to spend? By the time you get the meal,
Yeah.
the side, the drink,
Like I can just eat a
It's
$3.
$3.
I can just eat a $3 protein bar and get a Red Bull.
Okay.
Call it a day.
so not yesterday, the day before, I got a Zaxby's meal.
Yeah.
It's $15. That's a drink. That's the slaw that they give you, the fries, the tenders, and their garlic bread.
It's not
$15
but that's
for
not
lunch.
that's not bad with sides and a drink. My problem with Five Guys, it's $15 for the burger. That's no drink, that's no fries. That's where I struggle. If it was $15 and it came with fries and a drink, I'm like, okay. But by the time, if you get a burger, fries, and a drink, which it's a lot of food and probably not healthy to eat, but if you go get it, like you're spending $24 for lunch, and that's wild. Like what?
I will tell you this though, the Zaxby's crew, they're nice. They're very nice.
Like, I'll just go get a Chick-fil-A sandwich for $6 and call it a day.
I don't want to shit on your job, but they're closing. They actually have it on their schedule. They're closed from a certain time on December 5th, I think it is, for their Christmas party. They actually have it on their thing.
Chick-fil-A does?
Zaxby's.
Oh.
It says close for their holiday Christmas party. Zaxby's.
Yeah.
Come on. Like,
That's good, I think.
I love it.
Yeah, that's
Are you
good.
kidding me? From an HR person? Like, that is awesome that they're doing that for an entire,
Yeah.
like,
Cool.
at like 2:00 on a certain day, they're closed. It says Christmas holiday party or whatever it says on their thing. I'll take a picture and you can post it. Because I go to Zaxby's because they have the lemon dry rub is what it is.
I don't know.
I'm obsessed with it. I love it.
I don't know. I haven't had
Gotten
that.
it 3 days this week.
All right. Well, let's wrap this puppy up. We're off the conspiracies, and now we're talking about.
So, what
Food
are your
prices.
thoughts on the moon boots not having?
We're not talking about the moon. I can't talk about the moon anymore. They had covers on their shoes. They're different than the space
Covers? Why do they have covers on them?
I don't want to talk about it. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week. Later, much.